Hello everyone, it is Tuesday today, which means it's time for another video. And today we're going to continue on our Starlight Drive-In responder settlement, so let's roll the intro and get started. So here we are in my Starlight Drive-In settlement. We started on it a couple weeks ago now. We made some makeshift walls from chain link fences and broken cars, and it works pretty well. Even settlers have to go through the entrance if they want to get out, so yeah. I guess it does pretty well. But in other news, E3 has, well, happened now, but like what, 2 weeks ago or something. Personally, I didn't give a shit about pretty much 85% of it. I'm not into Forza, Sea of Thieves or Flight Simulator. The only things I found interesting were Battlefield 2042 and the new Fallout 76 stuff. Which reminds me, what the hell happened to just calling your next game one number higher than the previous, like Fallout 76 instead of Fallout 5. And Battlefield takes the cake in that regard, because Battlefield went from 3 to 4, back to 1, and then all the way to 5, and now 2042. Like, what the hell are you doing? You're messing with my brain. Anyways, I was watching the E3 livestream, Juicehead was streaming it, and when they started showing off Fallout 76, I noticed something, because he said something like that he had already played it on a test server or something like that, or maybe that it was already out, I don't know. I haven't played enough 76 to even know. Hell, I've not even played 76 enough to know what the hell is going on with the Brotherhood of Steel in the first place. I didn't even finish the Raiders versus Settlers bullshit. I can't be bothered to either. After all that shit I had to do to get that vaccination stuff, no thank you, I'll stick with 4. Now, the thing about the pit, that was interesting. I know that the pit was a DLC for Fallout 3, but that's about it. I never played the pit, never even played Fallout 3 or New Vegas. When the Fallout Long team found out about that, well, let's just say they were severely disappointed. But since I found it interesting that Fallout 76 was now going to the pit as well, I decided to do some reading about it. The first thing I did was look where the hell Pittsburgh actually is. And I was surprised to see that it was really close to West Virginia. It's like almost a stone throw away from Morgantown. So to me it makes sense that they went there, because, well, it's just hella close by. Then I looked up some info about the pit, and I read that some people from Foundation actually came from Pittsburgh, which was also very surprising. Now I think that the pit DLC for 76 is going to be more like a daily ops than, you know, that will just take you there, because I doubt they will just create the entire pit map. I think it's going to be quite small, if not very small. So yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes, but at the same time I'm not thinking too much of it. Also, they are going to do some more Brotherhood of Steel stuff. I guess that's nice, but I wouldn't know. I haven't played through the Brotherhood quests, haven't played through the Settler or Raider quests. I mean, I started it, but I just can't be bothered to play it. It's just such a job to get through, it's just a grind. The only way to my Fallout 76 fun is like if you play with friends, and even then you aren't really focused on doing the quests. You'll just be roaming around, shooting shit, looting shit, and yeah, the story kind of goes by you. So it doesn't really matter what situation I am, I lose either way. In other news, I started my new job. I was working at the kitchen store for about 3 weeks, I think. Then my mom got COVID, so I had to stay home for like 10 days. Which I didn't mind at all, because I fucking hated that job. But then I got COVID, and they called me and told me that maybe it's better that I don't come back anymore. Basically, they told me that they felt like I was missing the passion for kitchens. So yeah, that was a bit sus, but then again though, I do not have a passion for kitchens in the slightest. It's a fucking kitchen. Of course I don't have a passion for that. Are you kidding me? Anyways, I got a new job at a place called Tool Station. It's like a hardware store, but not really. It's kind of strange. Also, the people that work there are, well, kind of strange, so can't wait to actually make some money with video editing, because I'd rather do video editing 5 days a week than work at that place for only 2 days a week. Right now I have 2 video editing jobs lined up, which I'm really happy with. One of them is more like an internship, which is also nice in a way. Because even though I've only been there for like a week or two, I've learned like a shit ton while working there. The other one is like nice and simple, so it's just an easy way to bring in some money. So yeah, I've been quite the busy bee, which didn't leave much time for me to play Fallout 4. I did finish Far Cry 3. I did actually do a live stream on that like a couple weeks back, but it got like little to no views, so I just deleted that. And so yeah, I just finished that game, and then I started on Far Cry 4 because it was hella cheap. It was like what, $6? But to be honest, I'm not a big fan. There's a ton of things to do, but for some reason it just seems very easy. And it's also so similar to Far Cry 3 that it feels more like a overhaul mod or DLC than a actual standalone game. But hey, that's just me. So when I get bored, you know, with that, I'll just play some Fallout 4. I started playing the new Guns for Hire mod, which is really great. It's basically just Radiant quests. There's so many different quests that it just seems like a new thing altogether. So yeah, that has been fun. Also, I was playing around with some new quest mod ideas. For the people that have watched my level design video, you might already know that I was toying around with the idea of making a quest mod revolving the Triggerman. But I also had the idea that would be a bit more controversial, and the idea was that I make a mod about ghouls who want to get back at Diamond City because they got kicked out. And because of that, I started a movement. I guess the easiest way to explain would be something like Ghoul Lives Matter. But for obvious reasons, I would have to rename that because, well, let's just say that the Nexus is kind of picky when it comes to so-called political mods. I remember that one time there was a mod called Green Lives Matters, which was a mod that literally added one thing, which was a t-shirt that had the text on it, Green Lives Matter. And what does Nexus do? They pulled it the fuck down. Like, what the fuck, why would you do that? Yet at the same time, or actually like some time later, someone else uploaded a mod which added like Black Lives Matter flag, shirt, mask, the whole fucking deal. But that mod was allowed, so you know, it seems that they're very particular when it comes to choosing what political mod is allowed and which isn't. But yeah, back to the mod idea. So, a group of ghouls, they got kicked out, the player needs to help them, and then there's a different group called the Wolf Pack, which is actively hunting down ghouls for caps. And then eventually the ghouls will make some questionable decisions which you can agree with or not. But eventually you will be forced to make a choice between the ghouls or the Wolf Pack. The ghouls would be the good guys with the bad motives, but the Wolf Pack would be the bad guys with the good motives. Which I think will be a very interesting choice to make. Now, of course, I don't mean that, you know, hunting down ghouls for caps is a good motive. But, just for example, the ghoul group now suddenly, you know, like, they want to get back at Diamond City, so they start killing Diamond City guards. And why? Because, you know, it's their fault that they got kicked out. And those guys are innocent, but they just start killing them, so... You know, the player could agree with that or not. And if the player does agree with that, then everything's fine. But if the player does not agree with that, the player can choose to join up with the Wolf Pack instead. Because the player can then be like, well, these guys are dangerous. They're killing innocent people. I'll join the Wolf Pack and we'll deal with them. So yeah, you know, things like that. It would, in my opinion, that would make it quite interesting. But I'm also curious to know what you think of it, so please comment down below whether you think if this is a good idea or not at all, so you know, let me know. But with that said, I think we are getting pretty close to the end of the video. We built what we needed to build, and I think it looks pretty good. Next time we're gonna probably do something a bit more with vehicles, but we will see. Anyways, I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more. If you really want to help out the channel, then become a patron. But above all, thank you all for watching. My name is Tuesday, and I will see you next time.